for this. I think that Mr. R kind of just feels more comfortable with Sheik in this matchup.
And I mean, UGC wants. I'm sure he wants to be prepared for it as much as he can.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to be like prepared for every single opportunity that you can encounter in bracket, especially at such a stacked event like UGC.
But Ned is also kind of a legend killer. He's taking the sets off Ally. He's Dire. Basically every invader he's taken out.
Yeah, he is definitely like put his quarter up anytime that an invader comes in. He's usually the man to beat. Dire, Karna.
And I'll just specify, just in case anyone's like tuning in now, no, Ned did not beat Ally here. He beat him at Smash and Splash.
Yeah.
So Ally is still winner's side.
Now, right away, Mr. R is actually holding it down pretty well.
Yeah, only taking 7% so far.
And just any time that he's catching Ned's ledge get up options really well.
And he knows that Ned really wants to keep that limit. And any good player who plays against Cloud knows they have to get rid of that limit as fast as possible.
Yeah, if a player starts to get on, that's one thing that a lot of players I've seen a lot of top players do this against Ned. They usually go after his limit charge habits and try to punish off of that, because Ned, I think that's one of the reasons why, Ned and a lot of Clouds like to keep their limit, is because if a player starts to get on, okay, when they're charging limit, they think they can see a window to punish that, and then they just go in, get free damage.
Ned's starting to make a little comeback here.
It's starting to cook a little bit.
And I mean, it's Cloud with...
Ooh, though, the forward smash,
who had rage.
Had rage.
Not anymore.
And now that X Factor is gone, now Ned's got to work back, not only getting him up to kill percent, but also getting all that limit back. But Mr. R giving him a nice helping. Ooh, 37 off the gate.
And Mr. R even, it looked like he had a little bit of a misinput, because I think he wanted to dash forward a little bit.
And that's one thing that Mr. R is just special as that. You wouldn't consider him like the most technical. He more bases his playstyle on his neutral. But when he needs to, he can get really technical.
Yeah, I mean, as a Sheik player now, you kind of have to know all these different setups. So no, he did not have a jump. Looked like he tried to jump out of that.
He was forced to burn that. And just that's one thing. Like, he combines like a solid neutral with every now and then getting these really
and then Ned just is going for the biggest Hail Mary, because Mr. R was jumping a lot.
Yeah, he was. So he just jumped right into the Tiger Woods up smash.
Or got a hole in one, but right now it's looking more like a bogey, because he's really far behind.
Yeah, he's got a huge deficit. And Mr. R.
Oh, that was a really good back air.
Is this edge guard?
Yeah.
Yep. That's all he really had to do.
And
I like what a lot of Sheiks are doing is that they're using Vanish to kind of edge guard Cloud when he doesn't have limit, because that hitbox that initially has Vanish, that comes out.
Yeah.
And then also the wing box. Yeah.
It's actually a really good option, just because, I mean, it also lingers a bit, so it can catch 2 frames. But more importantly, generally speaking, if you're going for that, you've already trumped him. And then if Cloud gets trumped, it's just, I'm sorry, you're dead now.
All right, so now the counter pick Duck Hunt. Ned definitely wants that space so he can just run back, charge limit. Right off the gate, now Ned's starting to cook a little bit.
Cooking by the book?
Yeah, it's in a different situation as opposed to the first game.
Yeah, first game, Mr. R had a massive lead. Now Ned kind of running with it. But it's still Mr. R. If this man hits you, you might be taking 50 damage.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to be super careful about, is just watch your landings and watch what you put on Mr. R's shield, because that's one thing that his Sheik is super good at, is punishing unsafe approaches on his shield. And just another thing that Ned is starting to use is his movement. That's one thing that his Cloud has always been just super solid at. He's got some of the cleanest movement with Cloud in the game right now, I feel like. It's up there with,
It's like him and
it's him, Tweak,
Homer, Hiri, and then him as far as mobility goes.
Yeah. Like, he showcases that, a lot of Cloud's game relies on, using his really great dash dance, using, the mobility that he has during limit. And his aerial speed.
Mr. R in a kind of scary situation. It's because, cross slash will kill. Up B out of shield will kill from Cloud, so he has to be careful.
So he can't really approach from above. Can't go for jump-ins. We tried for that up smash, but Ned was just there with a falling up air.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
There's the B trigger up B.
Yeah, that up B is one of like.
It's so cool. I love it.
He's like for a long time. Ned was the only Cloud player that went for it.
Yeah,
and
now you see a lot of Clouds doing that.
Well, because it's as fast as the option out of shield that can kill, and it's relatively safe because it goes so far away. The only downside of it, sometimes you get that weird sour spot.
Yeah.
All right, Ned O does not have a jump.
Yeah, and once again, the vanish. Mr. R swagging on him just a little bit. And you see, like, the advantage of just using that vanish to cover Cloud when he's coming back to stage. Yeah. Had no jump, no invincibility.
Fighting on a tree.
Yeah, fighting on the tree. Ned kind of just wants to get away, get his limit back.
Almost has it at this point. Should have it next hit. Yep, there it is.
One thing Mr. R definitely probably should avoid is any fights in the tree, because Ned's one of those players who is really adept at kind of punishing any sort of approaches up in that area.
Oh, went for it.
He was hungry for
now
it.
He does not have. Oh,
whoa! Okay.
Very good DI for Mr. R getting out of there.
That could have been the game. Now cover him with a forward air. And Ned's just kind of biding his time.
Ned has limit now.
Let's see how Mr. R's gonna get back up on here.
Again, just like last time, up B, ready to kill.
Yeah, now it's gotten to the point where Mr. R, his jump-in options are not taken away because of that limit on deck. He can't do a whole lot on shield because Ned's just going to be
Ned wanted to recover high just to avoid any problem.
That's true. Oh, Mr. R just barely avoiding that. That was too close for comfort.
That was really smart for Ned, but Mr. R.
Oh man,
kind of catching a last second.
That's like one of those situations that players definitely don't want to be in. Like after that happens, you just gotta like say, okay, I'm alive. Just move on.
Ned needs to charge that limit.
He needs to hang back, charge. It's only about like 3/4 of the way up.
Up throw will kill, almost. I was going to say it will almost kill, but I thought it was going to kill right there.
Yeah, it needs a couple more percent on.
If I were Ned, like I'm ridiculous, but I would go for Blade Beam. It will kill at this point.
I mean,
up throw will kill.
Up throw will kill at this point.
Yep.
Okay, so taking it to game 3, Ned closing out in a very close fashion that game 2.
Oh yeah, there were some close calls for both players. Mr. R narrowly avoiding that spike.
And they're avoiding a lot of spikes in that game. Like there were a lot of moments where Mr. R just like air dodged at just the right time and avoided death. Like a very, very early death.
Yeah, but one thing Mr. R is doing very well is getting Ned to that point where Vanish will just kill him off stage. Ned's got to figure out something for that. We saw him do that up B near the top early on just to try to avoid.
Yeah, I think that's the game plan now. Anytime that he's going to be coming back, he's going to try to recover high because Mr. R's edge guarding has been the thing that has been keeping him in this game so far. Like every time that Ned's off stage and he's low, Mr. R is just waiting to capitalize on it.
And that up air you saw out of the combos, you'll see a lot of lesser Clouds go for, oh, he got hit, so it's okay.
Oh, no jump. Be careful. All right.
Yeah, lesser Clouds, when they're getting comboed, they'll try to up B out of things, and his up B is not good at breaking combos. So it's better to just take that up, the up air.
So far, Mr. R with a pretty good lead.
Yeah, because it's been the same thing as game 1, where you just get Ned off stage, and just what do you do as Cloud?
Ned's starting to bring it back a little bit. Now starting to cover the options. FD, this counter pick is really good.
He does.
Because that's one thing that Sheik really capitalizes on is punishing landings. And this stage for Cloud, it can be good and bad for him because if you're facing a character that is really good at getting those landings like Sheik. No jump.
He did not have his jump. He got hit right out of it. So hopefully Ned is not going to get too rattled from that. He's one of those players who plays by the hip. If his emotions get the best of him, then he gets really rattled.
Yeah, but oh, here we go, Mr. R. Oh, looking for that dash attack to maybe extend it, but
I think it looked like that might have been a forward tilt.
That looked like it. Oh, but here we go again. Look at this.
Oh my God,
Mr. R.
That was not supposed to be side B. Okay, Ned needs to get this stock because he has been lapped heavily and styled on.
Yeah, Mr. R just has his number right now. Now you can just see he's more than content. He knows that he's got a very, very comfortable lead. So he's just, at this point, just waiting for Ned to make a mistake.
Yeah, and not only does he have the lead, he also has the mental lead, which is that's it.
Oh, that was
There's
super
no way
smart.
he's getting back from that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
All the
Barely
vanish
missing
didn't come
that
back.
vanish. That's what I was expecting.
But I like that spot dodge to avoid the second hit, so that way it got him right to the perfect time where he could just ledge jump back there.
Yeah, and now Mr. R taking that set with that up air.
At 2-1.
That's not. That second stock game 3 was.
That was. You could tell. You could tell who was in control. Mr. R definitely locked it down and decided, okay, my game. No.
Yeah, that was
taking it from
that.
me.
That was more what I expected from Mr. R has not been going for insane. I guess he did against Slow Joe a bit, but he wasn't going for too many crazy things. And then suddenly just boom.
Yeah.